Alright guys, how you doing? Um, Bugs, the assassin kind. Well, yeah, as I said, moving the assassin bugs over today into their, or the adults should I say, into their bigger enclosure, uh, which hopefully will give, I'm hoping, the eggs um, when and if they hatch some time and some room to grow out and grow up a bit before they get moved over. Um, little update. Well, it's not so much an update, but all the recent rehouses I've done, they're all still doing well. But strange thing between, I mean, I know the majority of them do tend to bulldoze and shift it around all over the place, but king baboons that I did last time. Okay, both. If you haven't watched it, I'll stick the link in. I think it's going to be over one or the other, one of them sides. I'll stick it. Have a watch. You'll see that the enclosures are identical, pretty much. Now, one of them, as you can see, I'll get it quite close, is still pretty much as it is. They've dumped some soil into the water bowl, and they've continued to burrow down to here. But it is pretty much as I left it. Now the other one, I don't know quite where to start. Within a day, okay, the water bowl was here. Within a day, they burrowed all the way down here, all the way across here, and back up the other side, coming out round the side of the water bowl. So I cleared the water bowl out and I moved it. Another day, this lot had all been filled in, and they'd started round the back. They'd come all the way down and gone round and come back up on this side. You can see it here, sitting here. A couple of days after that, this lot had all been refilled in, and they've done down the front here again. Only halfway down this time, only halfway. They just couldn't be bothered to do the rest of it. And back up this side again. And now, again, they've reopened this bit, or it's reopened this bit. Got a tunnel coming out here and a tunnel coming out here. Just goes to show you exactly, every tarantula is different and they do their own thing to the enclosures. Doesn't matter what you do. They've both got the room to burrow. They've both got the substrate to burrow in. One decides to just leave it as it is. The other decides to make it complete. I'm not going to say a mess. It is quite tidy, and it's obviously as it wants it. But you can never tell. So whether you've got fossorial, OBTs, GBBs, although a GBB is terrestrial, it does like to hang out a little bit higher. So give them the opportunity, give them that little bit of height and give them some bits and pieces to work with. Same with the OBTs and bits and pieces, although they are notoriously fossorial and sometimes terrestrial, should I say, they do like to burrow, they do like to come up a little bit higher. Give them the opportunity to do what they want to do. Okay? You never know. You might end up with them just going down, you might end up with coming up. But give them the opportunity. See what they do. They might fascinate, they might do something incredibly fascinating. But Anyway, let's get on with it. As you can see, it's quite a bit bigger. Hopefully they will have a bit more room in here. I'm moving the adults out because I think they want a bit more space. Plus, it's going to give me some extra room. Hopefully, once the eggs hatch and the babies get a bit more size on them. I am going to be leaving the old enclosure as it is, so that I don't disturb anything. And yeah, see how it goes. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of what's going in it. You'll see. But there will be some slightly moist substrate, little sandy effect, and some bits and pieces and places for them to hide. So with the magic, hey presto! As you see, we've got some, try and keep out of the light there for a minute, some nice little areas here for them to hang upside down. I know the adults won't need to hang upside down to molt, but obviously once I've got some of the smaller ones in there, there's plenty of places for them to molt, plenty of places for them to hide. I've tried some different substrate, or a different mix of substrate, should I say. Mixed a lot more sphagnum moss, not sphagnum moss, just normal moss from outside, should I say, with some leaf litter, a little bit of cocoa fibre, compost, and I've sprinkled some sand on the top, just to give it a little different effect. But anyway, let's get the adults out and get them in. Well, I managed to get them out, and hopefully we will see them going in. Try and do this so I'm not completely covering the camera. Here is the first one. There you go, it's number one. It's number two. That way. That way, shall we? Number two coming in now. Move down the other way, move down the other way, move down the other way. There we go. See that? In the way. Number three. This one's always had strange positioned wings. I don't know quite why. But you don't want to come out. Okay, come on. There you do. Okay, come on. And number three, all in, all hidden. I know technically these guys don't actually need a water source, but I like to put a water bowl in with anyone that I can, just in case. Plus it gives me a good idea just how quickly the enclosure is drying out. There are a couple of red runners. I just found them actually in the old enclosure, so they're now in here. See where I can find them quickly. Not the red runs. Oh, there we go. They're hiding up underneath there. Looks it. There's one just over there, and the rest, oh, the other two, shall I say? Yeah. They're on the underneath of this bit here. Right here. So they're now quite happily hiding away, and hopefully I'll see them a bit more when I feed them. But that is the adults' new enclosure. On the assassin bug are great. I really do want the red 2-spot now, and the Horrida. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I put them in pots because one, I ain't gonna pick them things up. No way. I watched one of them eat, and it's not a pleasant thing, and I don't want that thing stuck in my finger. Thank you very much, because they don't care. Anything moves in front of them, that's it. So yeah, I think they're great. I think they're great. I'm now keeping my fingers crossed for the babies. Well, the adults have been in their enclosure for a little while now. They've already fed, so they're doing quite nicely. I've just checked on the old enclosure, and as you can see, I have babies. I didn't even realise. Quite a few. There's 2 there. There's legs down there. There's a couple over there. There's another one in there. There's another one right on the end there. Oh, there's another one there. Oh, okay. I didn't even realise they were in there. I don't know whether this will see through here, but we have a load in there as well. Oh, there's another one down the bottom there. Oh, there's a couple more over there. There's some actually in there as well. So the eggs are hatching. I was right, they were eggs. So yeah, brilliant. Until the next time, guys. Keep rolling.